At least 270 people have been killed in eastern Ukraine since the political crisis there began, and the violence has forced thousands to flee their homes. The Red Cross says it's stepping up its aid efforts to help meet the growing humanitarian needs. CCTV's Kate Parkinson reports from Donetsk.
The Ukrainian Health Ministry says 225 people have been killed in Donetsk region and 45 people in the region of Luhansk since the government launched its so-called anti-terrorist operation against militants here in the east of the country. These figures, the ministry says, have been compiled based on the number of bodies that came through the morgues and don't include those who were killed and whose bodies were taken away by members of the rebel movement. The figures are specific to the regions of Donetsk and Luhansk and don't include people who were killed elsewhere in the country this year, such as the around 100 people who were killed during clashes in Kiev's Independence Square and around 40 people who lost their lives in a fire in Odessa. Now, the ministry didn't break down the figures. It didn't say how many of that 270 killed were Ukrainian soldiers, how many were militia group members, or how many were civilians, but it did say that 15 of those killed were women and 2 of them were children. This rising death toll comes as more and more people are fleeing their homes as a result of the fighting. The United Nations said in May that around 10,000 people had been displaced because of the unrest in the east and south of the country. That figure appears to be rising by the day. Indeed, as the humanitarian needs on the ground here increases, the International Committee for the Red Cross on Wednesday said it will scale up its aid operations and appealed to its donors for a further $9 million in funding, saying that medical aid is urgently needed in the places where fighting is ongoing. Kate Parkinson, CCTV, Donetsk in eastern Ukraine.